As business owners, we're often tempted to keep adding more products, more features, more complexity. And here's the truth. More isn't always better. In fact, less is often better. And this approach helps to focus on what really moves the needle. James Schramko here. Welcome back to my podcast. This is episode 1097, Less But Better, How to Design a Simpler, More Effective Business and Life. So today we're exploring a principle that has been a game changer for me and for my clients, the idea of less but better. It's not a new concept. It's actually the title of a book by Dieter Rams. And the concept is all about focusing on the essentials and cutting away everything that doesn't serve you. And it's certainly helped me both in business and in life. And it's been very impactful. In fact, I think there's a future application which I'll share with you in this episode. Also a nod to Greg Merrilees for recommending Dieter Rams' book, Less But Better, which is about good principles of design and how they apply to business and life when you think more deeply about them. And they fit really well for me with the 64-4 concept, where 64% of your results are coming from the top 4% of your activities. Less but better really aligns with that top 4%. It's so important to me, and the theme of my year that I've written it on the light that guides me in front of my computer. So this core concept, why less but better? Well, as business owners, we're often tempted to keep adding more products, more features, more complexity. And here's the truth. More isn't always better. In fact, less is often better. And this approach helps to focus on what really moves the needle. So, for example, with the rapid advancement of AI, people who keep things simple are actually going to thrive with AI, because people who are overwhelmed and are suffering in complexity will actually struggle to really get the most out of the tools. They've got too much going on. When you've got a real focus, you can get deep onto the tools like I have lately. And Dieter Rams had 10 principles of good design, which I think can be applied to business and life. Let's have a look at these principles. The first good design principle is that good design is innovative. I mean, what says more about AI than innovation, right? In business, innovation doesn't mean adding more. It's about finding unique solutions that make genuine impact. Business application rather than expanding services. Focus on innovating your core offerings, for example. If your strength is in a specific type of service, innovate within that niche. And by refining one area, you can really stand out with overextending. We might call this a unique mechanism. In life, you could apply this to your personal habits. Innovate with your routines, get more effective, whether you're doing biohacking or strength at the gym. Use your single productivity system rather than switching between multiple things, and go deeper with it. Find creative ways to simplify. The next design principle is a good design makes a product useful. Every part of a business or product should serve a purpose. Just cut out what's not helping your goals. I mean, we all have this in our business. Think about your business. Every single feature of your product or service has to have a use. Otherwise, if it doesn't make your clients' lives easier, if it doesn't make your life easier, then get rid of it. The answer is no, it really shouldn't be here. And it's probably something that you'll be more joyful with if you take away, and it creates a leaner, more valuable offer for your clients. They don't want to pay for anything that's not useful for them. In life, this could mean reevaluating all of your commitments. If something doesn't add value, just say no, let it go. It's about using your time in a way that brings joy. For me, I like to surf every day, and instead of doing a coffee appointment with a complete stranger who's visiting my suburb, I'd rather have a surf. In good design, aesthetic is important. That's principle number 3. Good design is aesthetic. And people are drawn to beautiful. And beautiful can be simple. If your business and your life is clean and easy to manage, then life's great. In business, think about your branding, your website. How cluttered can it get, and how many different things you have popping up? At one point, I had 2,000 domains. I mean, that's a bit extreme, but I'm down to like 2. I have my personal brand and my surfing brand, and I co-own a few brands as well. But your clients get confused too. If you don't even know where all your stuff is, your clients have no chance. Now, in life, surround yourself with things that bring you peace. Keep organized. Have things where you need them. There is beauty in aesthetics. Look at companies like Apple. They've really taken off by having beautiful things. And luxury brands, of course. The fourth good design principle is good design makes a product understandable. And when people understand what you offer, they engage more deeply. In business, I believe you can simplify how you can explain your services. It's going to make things much easier for your clients. Clear messaging shows exactly how you can help your clients, and it reduces friction. I outline that on my homepage just to make it as simple as possible after reading this book. Life application. I think if you communicate directly with people, you let people know where they stand, they know where you stand, whether it's friends, colleagues, if you have less ambiguity, it makes your relationship stronger and there's less misunderstanding. The fifth design element is good design is unobtrusive. Good design isn't in the way, it serves you quietly. So in business, think about the process or the customer service. Is it smooth? Does it support the processes? Or does it draw attention or it's janky? If it doesn't feel supported, then it won't build trust. So that's why, for example, on our products page, we have a human contact button. People can reach out and contact a human. We make it easy. And think about a life application of this. It's less obtrusive in your life when you have quiet routines and systems that are just there, but not too difficult. I mean, I saw some guy the other day, he had like this checklist that he goes through every single day of every supplement he's supposed to take, and it just seemed intrusive. Why don't you just lay them out on a shelf, for example? Sixth design principle is good design is honest. Honesty builds trust. In business, it's about what you deliver that can set you apart. I've been delivering for 15 years and that sets me apart. That's what generates referrals. So honest messaging, being able to deliver on promises, being transparent, reducing churn if you have a subscription. In life, I think being honest with yourself is the most realistic thing. Looking in that mirror and being okay with the person you see and the things they're doing. A lot of people will never know, but you know. Setting your own boundaries will cause you to have a more fulfilled life. Design principle 7 is good design is long lasting. Great business and systems stand the test of time. They avoid chasing trends and focusing on instead a strong foundation. So the business application is creating services and process and a team that are relevant over a long period. For example, rather than adjusting and reviewing stuff all the time or pursuing all these multiple business models all at once, just have a stable core. For example, I've been doing memberships and podcasting for 15 years. I ran events for almost that long as well. In life, having long-term relationships, looking after yourself and building fantastic habits are the sorts of things that will create an amazing life for you. Design principle 8, good designs are thorough down to the last detail. And the excellence really is in the details. Attention to detail will set you apart. The way that you trim your hair, whether you shave, whether your clothes are neat and tidy. In a business application, every interaction counts. Client meetings, meeting agendas, onboarding experiences. Do you show up on time? Do you take detailed notes? Do people feel heard? This is an opportunity to show professionalism and that you care. And in life, I believe that details in your personal life matter as well. Your gestures, your stress levels or relaxation. Do you actually care? Do you listen well? Do you reply back? Do you follow through? Principle number 9 is good design is environmentally friendly. I mean, people get a bit green on this lately, but I think good resources are both physically and energetically good. They should be good for humans. In business, we should be mindful that our energy and resources should be able to last. That's why I chose business models that I can do forever. I can make podcasts for a long time. I can do the membership thing for a long time because I've chosen a sustainable model. In life, think about as your life footprint. You know, if you're a selfish creature or really drawing on others, that's not the way forward. I think you could generally improve the quality of your life if you don't pursue obligations or relationships that drain you. Design principle 10, good design is as little design as possible. I mean, this is a bit meta, but less really is more, and only keep what's essential and useful. I love that quote about perfection is when there's nothing left to take away. So in business, streamline your offerings. Don't confuse or clutter it with too many choices. Offer the essentials and do it exceptionally well. That's why for the last year, I've focused on the mentor program. In life, a few core values, a few meaningful relationships, and a few passions is less cluttered, and I believe the way forward. That's why I've really transformed my life in the last 3 years. When I moved to where I live now, I walk in the national park, I surf, I have less customers than I used to have years ago. I do better work than I used to do. My body is stronger, fitter, and healthier. And now I think we're into the AI era. So AI is here to help us and leverage us, but I also think it's a tool to get more done with less. If you are intentional about it, if you're clear with your prompts and you're creative, and if you learn how to design and engineer the outcomes you want through really good inputs, you're going to get amazing results from it. I am so excited about where AI is at. It's giving me the same senses that I had when the internet came along. I first got exposed to it in the mid-90s, and I first got onto it really solidly around 2005. So in summary, I really think Less But Better is an essential read. It's not just a design book. It's a way of running a business. It is a way of designing a life. It is a way to approach the future, the AI tools that we've got. And the future really can be complicated, but if you take less into it, then it will be less stressful for you. So if you've got too much going on, if you're in chaos, take some stuff away, because remember the 64-4? Only 4% of the things probably really matter, and they're getting you about 2/3 of your results. I hope you've enjoyed this solo podcast episode. There's more episodes up there at jamesschramko.com. By the way, if you enjoy this podcast and you haven't ever done it, I'd love it if you could leave a review. I never really asked for it, and I don't get many reviews, but it'd be great to just see a couple come through, and I appreciate you very much. I'll see you on a future episode.
This is James Schramko.